You join us tonight at the home of the Motormen, Redbridge Football Club. It's their second year back in the Isthmian North after a 7-year absence. Managed by George Christou since 2020, they finished 13th last season. Redbridge also have a new 4G pitch since I was last here and made some ground improvements. Very shiny indeed. The only change to Tilbury's Saturday 11 is the introduction of ex-Chatham midfielder Cameron Brodie, who is well known to Mark and Liam, having played previously for Tilbury. Memorable as well for being red-carded in his league debut away at Cambridge City. Tilbury moving the ball nicely on this surface. Let's hope it bodes well for next season. Free kick falls to Dan Trendle on the right, decent delivery, and Connor Martin's header just flies by the upright. Another set piece in and around the box for Tilbury. Again, Connor Martin with the chance just over the bar. Between Solomon Ogunwomoju and Kobe Yaboa, Redbridge get the ball to the skipper James Barlow, but the cross is blocked by Alfie Fry. Redbridge are stuttering here against Tilbury, who look pretty fluent in attack. Great delivery from Jamie Reynolds, who Macca joins, crosses looking to find Ollie Spooner, but headed away by Joe Elliott. Sam Carter's effort, no threat to Redbridge.
It's all Tilbury here at the moment, winning tackles, winning second balls. Looks like the gaffers have set them up right tonight. Redbridge struggling to get a foot in the game.
Captain Ollie Spooner wins another corner. Tilbury need to get something while they are dominant in the early part of the game. Big header from Barlow, but doesn't clear his lines. Alexandru Bolovan eventually takes the pressure off the Motormen. Hernandez on the left. Ball comes out, Carter's shot, and it's another corner to Tilbury. Sam Bantic to take. The wind is blowing in strong gusts here at Station Road. Tough conditions. Dan Trendle's strike blocked by Thomas Fraser, bounces out. Only to Sam Bantic, Bantic scores. Super Sammy Bantic gets his third goal in 3 days, and that was some hit. Dan Perdue beaten like a drum. 1-0 Tilbury.
No more than Tilbury deserve. Tilbury have been knocking and finally have gotten in. Applied good pressure and Redbridge didn't clear it. And with a guy in such good form as Sam Bantic around, you're asking for trouble.
As a defender, I'd be asking why were we so slow to get out to Tilbury? Both Trendle and Bantic unchallenged with loads of space and the Redbridge defence sitting so deep. Tilbury allowed to set up to shoot without any pressure on the ball. George Christou won't be happy with that.
Jamie, maybe Redbridge were anticipating that Banno was going to cross the ball as they were concerning themselves with Martin and Clark, who had stayed up. It was the midfield players who should have been getting into Banno. Too much room for a bagsman like Banno.
Ollie Spooner wins the ball from Yaboa. Alex Hernandez goes down in the box against Kai Thomas Fraser's challenge, but Mr. Barnett, the referee, not at all interested. Back it comes, and Hernandez wins yet another corner. Tilbury well on top here. Perdue dropped that and Ronnie Wynn gets it away.
have to say, Dan, that Tilbury are like a dog with a bone. They are winning all the important battles, and Redbridge have never looked comfortable. My only concern is the score sheet. It's still only 1-0, and you know that in football, chance takes such an important role.
Jamie, I have you spot on there. They're bullying Redbridge all over the park, and Christou will have to work out how he's going to get a foot back in the game.
Sam Carter's shot goes harmlessly wide. That was only going to bother the pigeons.
No urgency there from 12. Alex Bolivan to get out though.
Flicked on by Reynolds and Hernandez just over. The second half, and I swear I think this wind's picked up even a bit more.
Time to get the big coat down from the loft, eh, Dan? The big Stony or the North Face choices or what?
Dockers carrying on from where they left off, and it's Spooner's shot that goes just wide. With only one goal in the game, Redbridge have got to realise they're well in with a puncher's chance still. Charlie Stimson on as a sub for Ronnie Wynn, puts it into the box. Barlow's taken out by Hughes, and Redbridge have just been handed a lifeline. That's a stonewall penalty. Stimson only on for a couple of minutes has given the motorman a route back.
Motormen? A route back? I see what you did there, Danny boy, but who listens to this stuff?
You might consider Dave Hughes a lucky guy there. The law states where a player commits an offence against an opponent within their own penalty area which denies an opponent an obvious goal-scoring opportunity and the referee awards a penalty kick, the offender is cautioned if the offence was an attempt to play the ball. In all other circumstances, for example, holding, pulling, pushing, no possibility to play the ball, etc., the offending player must be sent off. Now was Hughes looking to play the ball? I'm not so sure. It's Abs Conten Thompson who'll take the kick. Hughes goes the wrong way and Thompson scores. Redbridge back in the game.
Back to your earlier point, Danny, whether Hughes should have got a red or not. I'm looking at the Tilbury defence here. Bit of miscommunication between Carter and Hughes. Did Sam Carter get a shout? Personally, I don't think that's a red. But then, I'm not a referee.
Any of you men in black out there, what's your tuppence worth? Should Mr. Barnett given Dave Hughes a red? Let us know in the comments. Connor Martin, so sure-footed tonight, heads that back. Reynolds to Bantic. Ball rolls to Hernandez, who tricks it past Perdue to give who else? Sam Bantic, his second goal of the game. 2-1 Dockers, 71 minutes on the clock.
Banno and Alex Hernandez have quickly formed a formidable partnership for the South Essex side. Bantic's experience and Alex's pace and movement, the kid doesn't stop. But you'd ask questions about Redbridge defending yet again. Reynolds away from Shelby Negus is allowed to run, and it looks as if Fraser played them all onside.
Roy, I think Kai Thomas Fraser got caught out by the bounce of the ball. Maybe the artificial surface has a part to play. The ball came up when he looked maybe to volley it away. I don't know, I only trained on it.
Come on, Jamie, it's his job. He plays at least 50% of his games on 4G. That should have been row Z. Simple. As a centre-back, his first job is to defend the goals. If in doubt, kick it out.
Right, so Roy, I was just saying an unpredictable bounce can come off these surfaces and may have thrown the lad. Mind you, they look all over the place in the replays.
Banno playing on the last man there, and seriously, the right back has totally left him open. Criminal defending, in my opinion. Not long back in the game, and they've left the back door wide open. We're not in the old country now, lads.
Well, gents, Tilbury are back in front with 20 left to play. Motormen have got enough about them to start asking proper questions of the Tilbury rearguard. Plenty of jeopardy for the neutral. That's set up nicely for James Love, who can only scoop it over the bar. Still 2-1. That's a red wall Redbridge are coming up against. Stark contrast to the Redbridge defence, Tilbury have stood tall in the face of sustained bit of motorman pressure. Wesley Dos Santos, the young substitute, causing some disruption. He's come on with 6 to play, but he's getting into the box. Tilbury have done more than enough here to secure all 3 points, with a terrific display that should have resulted in a wider margin. Julian Dick's Heybridge side await the Dockers on Saturday, and the lads would obviously appreciate seeing plenty of Tilbury faces on their travels. Safe home